Hi and welcome. I'm Sandy of Lolly and Sand, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. Thank you for joining me today. We are doing part 1 of our paper pumpkin kit. So this is the October 2022 kit called Ho Ho Ho. Christmas, obviously. These are the instructions. I want to show you the really cute box. So you might ask yourself, why paper pumpkin? Why do you want to do paper pumpkin? Because everything stores in this box. So if you don't have a lot of room and you don't want a lot of supplies, this is perfect. Look how skinny the box is. Perfect. And they'll stack. So you can get these in 1-month subscriptions, 3, 6, and 12 month. 12 month, of course, being your best deal. So I'm going to, well, I'll just show you the inside. I've taken everything out, but look, it even comes with green tissue. Isn't that cute? Love the box, love the color. So this is a really good hint as to what is going to happen inside. So you get a whole bunch of things. I'll just show you you get these little glue dots. Now I'm going to be using my regular glue dots because I like to save these and I can use these for other projects. This time it is early espresso, so you get this little Stampin' spot, and this is going to last you a while. That's what's really cool too, is one, with your very first kit, you get a paper pumpkin acrylic block. It's a little bit different than these in that it's flatter, so I do prefer the regular blocks we sell in the main catalog, but you'll have a whole set of these at the end. Excuse me. So yeah, early espresso. I'm going to be using my early espresso stamp pad, ink pad, because I want to keep that little guy for another time. You get these little dots. This time you get all these dimensionals. Dimensionals add dimension to your projects. I'm going to use a sheet that's already in use. You get these stamps. Now I've taken a few out because we're going to be using them. Do I have this backwards? Why, yes, I do. So not only are these stamps good for the kit we're making, you can keep using these, so you'll have a good selection as your collection grows. So we have Christmas, holiday, 'tis the season to be jolly, merry, ho ho ho. That says deliver to, which is really cute. Oh, I'll have to get a block for that one. We're using this one today. There's our Santa. A snowflake, some stars, holly jolly, and Santa Claus is coming to town. That is a lot of stamps. These kits are well worth it. Oh, I shouldn't put that too far because I need that. What I've done is, and what I do recommend, is that you separate everything in the kit. Now, you'll know what goes with what because you're going to read the instructions. And they're pictures, so you don't have to worry about having to read a ton of instructions. So for this one, I know what I need. I need the base. I need this piece. Isn't this cool? There's so many things you could do with this, and that's why I'm doing a part 2. There's your little Santa. So what you have, I've stamped this one in, and not perfectly, mind you, is it looks like this, and you're basically just stamping his face and beard, putting on the dark color around, the early espresso. So that's pretty cool. So you basically just read and you find out what you need. So that's card 1, card 2, look how different they are, and then card 3. I'm very excited about that one too. Not only that, you get extra pieces. So we have all these different snowflakes in different sizes. You have these really big ones, and that's what's going on card number 1. And then you have these. Oh, that guy's turned over. They're I would say, would you call it iridescent? Where you can see different colors in them. Makes them really pretty. This is size number 3. There. Now, I want to show you something really cool. Here's the sheet that I punched out all of the snowflakes. You just push them out. They're just, you know, attached and boom, out they go. And when I looked at it, I went, there's a lot of space still here. And you'll notice these all the way around. I got right to the edge on that one. So don't throw things away until you find out what you can do. These little sprigs are perfect. They will be perfect either for one of my part 2 projects or on a subsequent card at another time. Just that little bit of shine is going to make those so cool on a card. All right, so I had to show you that. If you see spaces, you get to your dies and you see what you can get out of that. So I like getting more out of what I have. Makes sense. We all do that. All right, so I'm bringing in my Stampin' Pierce mat. Would go this way if I was being, you know, a good girl. There. So you can see there's only a couple pierce marks. I use this on stamp sets like this because they're photopolymer. They don't have the cushion that the red rubber has. I like the fact that you can see through it. So for this card, and I have to stick to the instructions because I've actually only, okay, I haven't made any of them. I haven't made any of them. So what it tells you right here is you're going to need, you can use one block. It doesn't matter. Take the Santa off. So you're going to need your Santa on a block. And I have this one. It fits perfectly. This is block number C. This is one of my most used sizes. This is one of my favorite sizes. So we're also using the word Christmas. And that block is block H. I have to turn it so I can see it. So we'll get started on that. And don't put the stamps too far. I'm just going to put the instructions off to the side as I'll show you what we're doing. So here's the pieces that we're going to need. Here's everything else. And I'll show you the envelopes when we're done. You know that people make fun of me because I say envelope instead of envelope? Weird, huh? Don't make fun of me. Now they show the card in portrait. That's kind of cool too, isn't it? If you were to use the white side. But I'm going to keep, for this, I'm going to pretty much stick to what the instructions show me. The only thought I wanted to leave you with is, for this particular card, is you could also do it in landscape. It would make no difference. So I didn't play with it because I didn't put it together. These are more pieces that you need already cut out. Like that. And then Santa will go, sorry, I bent him a little bit under there, which makes the fact that I didn't stamp that quite perfectly. It won't matter. Actually, I think they have this really close. So I will show you though. Let's see how my stamping is today. So there he is. Oh, you know what would be even better is to not have it on white paper. It makes it really, really hard for me to see. Let's see what we have handy. Oh, I have pink. I was doing thank you cards. You can see my die cuts. That makes it easier. White on white for me is really hard to see. Probably for you as well. Alrighty. Here we go. I decided to do this in 2 parts to make it so my video wasn't going to be, you know, an hour long. All right. This is a little bit harder, but I'm going to, for me, because you would be leaning right over it, I think I can bring it a little closer and you can still see what I'm doing. And I just like to maneuver. That is really, wow, that's harder to see when you have a camera in your sights. I'm just going to go right there and hope for the best. So this is my early espresso ink pad. Let's see how we did. Way better than the one where I could put my head right over it. All right, we also need one of these little sentiment strips. And I'm just seeing if there's a front and a back. I see a little stitching, so I'm going to go this direction. And I have this paper here because on solid stamps like this, what I mean is it's going to stamp, instead of like an outline, it's going to actually stamp solid. Like so. I like to just see how the ink is. Like, do I need to re-ink? You will not have to re-ink your Stampin' Spot for quite some time. Alrighty, let's see if we can get, whoop, oh, I almost touched it. If we did that, we would just simply turn it over. I'm going to clean my blocks later. Oh, I think that's crooked. They desperately need a cleaning. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's way off. I have to bring it so I can see it. One thing when if I lean down, I'm going to put my head right on my, I'm going to do it over here so I can see. There's a little spot on my camera grip where I can see what I'm doing. So I'm just moving over here just for, is that the right size? Just want to make sure. I think that, yeah, there wasn't any other sizes. So let's try that again and make it not crooked. And so the piece is upside down, not the end of the world. Again, I'm a stamper and I make mistakes too. A little crooked still. I can live with it. I'm just going to close that up for a moment. I like my inks to be good and solid. I feel like I used a different piece on when I was doing testers. Maybe I was. Oh, look it, I was. Oh, dang it. I'll show you something really cool about the set. I'm going to do that again and on the proper size. I wonder if I could do it on, this was the cardboard that came inside the kit that keeps it from getting, you know, crushed in the mail. I mean, something there. I knew that was different. So what I had done is, I have to think for a moment. I separated all of the pieces. So everything that went with card number 1, I put in one pile, card 2, card 3. There, that's better. Whoa. Now, that is up too high, but you know what you could do is just take your scissors and zit right along there. So, again, not the end of the world. I didn't realize how close my my head was to the camera today. Whoa. Okay, here's my paper snips. Let's see. I would use my paper trimmer, but it's hard hanging on to something that small. Now, really big scissors would work, because then you're just making one cut. I could live with that. Could I? Yes. Oh, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. What gorgeous weather we had in southern Ontario. Absolutely amazing weather. And I went back to Kitchener-Waterloo and Cambridge for the weekend. And what am I looking for? I'm looking for these. And I did not take my usual highways, which is the QE to the 403 to Highway 6 or Highway 8, no 6, and then the 401. I took the back way. And oh my gosh, it was gorgeous. I'm just trying to see. I'm just going to look at this a little closer. You know what? That looks popped up. That is popped up. Okay. Okay, I don't think I grabbed that glue dot. Nope, I don't think I did. Let's bring in these guys. Alrighty. Ooh, that might be a little too big. Let's put one there. You can cut these, so it's no big worry. You've seen me cut these how many hundreds of times. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. That would be wonderful. You want to click the bell so you know when I'm going live. I'm sorry, I don't go live. These are pre-recorded. You know when my videos are uploaded. It's funny when you try to craft and talk at the same time. Is that going to show? Yes, so I'm going to cut that one back a little bit. And comments are always helpful. So yeah, even if you have a demonstrator, just by commenting, by giving me the thumbs up, by subscribing, all of that helps my channel. So I do appreciate all of the above. My hands are cold for some reason. It's really nice out today. Oh, and if you hear any noise, today they've dug a hole so deep at the end of the driveway that the man standing in it, I can see the top of his head. So you get the idea that it's deep. So that digging pretty much jiggles the house. It might be their lunchtime, though. Now, we are a little concerned that they dug around one of our big trees out front, and we're concerned that the roots might be damaged. So we will take that up with the city. Now, I did fold this in half already. You can see the inside's white. It is curled a bit, which is no big deal. It's just part of being packaged up really nice so nothing wiggle jiggles around. Anyway, this alternative route, the trees and the lack of traffic, it was amazing. Now, do I want to do that in the dead of winter? Probably not. I'd rather be on, you know, a road that actually has some cars. But anyway, here we go. So I think I'm going to turn it this direction. And you know me, I like to pick everything up so I can see what I'm doing. And I find from the side, it just works better instead of going straight up and down. Beauty. Oh yeah, that was totally meant to be popped up. Awesome. Awesome. And then it's just a matter of putting these on. So now I'm going to get out my glue dots, which are right beside me. Okay, I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the rumbling. So they're not at lunch. They are not at lunch. They are digging. We have, for water drainage, it's all ditches, and they're changing that from ditches to, I don't even know what you call them. I guess regular drainage pipes. Wow. Anyway, it's been a noisy few months. Because they're not just doing our house, they're doing, you know, a whole stretch. Alrighty, so let's keep going. Are those going to fit on there and you're not going to see them? I think the ones they give you in the kit, nope, they're the same size. There. You're not going to need a lot of these to hold it down. Because it's not going anywhere. I think 2 should do the job. Now, I like this one better. I did a much better job. And then this guy, I can still slide under there. It's glue dots, so I can do that. I'm going to put a glue dot right there in the center. I like movement on my cards, which just means I don't often, like I wouldn't try to glue the entire thing down. Well, 1, because it's open. The card is open. And 2, a little bit of movement, something moving on the card is perfectly fine. And I'm going to put that on a bit of an angle. Am I? I think I am. I think I already am. There. Santa is going to tuck in here just a little bit. I'm not popping him up. He's going to get, I think I'll put the dimensional there, or I'm sorry, I think I'll put the glue dot right there. Then I know that he's going to stick. Isn't this cute? Like, how fun is that? And there's our little Christmas. And because we've already popped up the bottom, that's why I'm not popping things up. Now for this one, actually, I'm going to put the glue dots on the back of the sentiment. Oh, I know what I was going to say. If you like to see like the photos of the cards as well, do follow me on Pinterest, because I put everything I do, I put on Pinterest. Shall I overlap that a bit? I think I will. Just a little bit. And are you straight? Pretty straight. Somebody's going to have to do a better cut job. Isn't that cute? But you can see how the card would work this way as well. All right, let's go to card number 2. I'm going to flip over the instructions. Now this was really cool. Let's move Santa. Go Santa. Do I still have those pieces, and where did I put them? Oh, here they are. So you get these, you get this part of that you punch out has a frame. In this frame has this piece. This doesn't get used on the cards, so I've got a bunch of those, and I can save those and use maybe on one of the alternatives. So this is what we're using. We do have to do a little stamping. We have a ho, ho, ho. We have, okay, just getting a look at it. Groovy. Alrighty, let's bring in this again. We are going to stamp this. And I did put Santa Claus is Coming to Town on a block already. Alrighty. I love that they've put pictures on these so you know where, that everything fits. You just put it back where it shows. So let's see. I'm going to take off some of the ink so I don't get my fingers too inky. That's not really the way you clean your stamps. I know you know that. Alrighty. Flip that over. Just let it rest for a second. Wow, these. I wonder if they look as bad as they do, you know. Kidding. All right, so I'm going to do a tester. Let's move a couple of things. I feel crowded sometimes. Oh, you know why? I didn't show the envelopes from the first one. So Here's the front, but look at the envelope on the inside. Look at that. You, hang on a sec, you will be able to use this. Look at that. You could cut those off in strips, use that for another card. Look at the inside. It's the crumb cake stripes all the way through, even on this side. It's hard for you to see. But yeah, so all the envelopes have potential. All right, let's put that up there. Here we go. Tap, 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 tap. How you stamping? Ah, see? I don't know if you can see that on the white. See how this isn't even? I stamped much harder on the sleigh than the reindeer. Now look at it. It's looking better. Just pick your stamp up and take a look. Oh, I like that because they actually, I think it's my stamp pad because this is an older stamp pad, and when I re-inked it, I used the new formula, re-inkers. So it might be a little bubbly, but that's okay. So we're going to need, isn't this cute, this piece here, and we're stamping him, Santa Claus and the reindeer, right here. A little more ink, little more ink, little more ink. When I'm happy, we will stop inking. Let's look at better. What I'm trying to not do is smush it in and get ink all over my my block. Shall we do it on a bit of a slant? Of course, because he's flying. Well, Sandy, doesn't that make sense? There. Now with this being a solid stamp, I'm just going to hold that down longer than usual. Just let the ink soak into the paper. Sing a song if you have to. That's what we were doing. There we go. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. So cute. Oh, we're going to do the sentiment too before I forget. So that bigger sentiment size was meant for this, the one that I goofed on. Okay, let's see if I can do, no, I can't do white on white. Let's just be clear, Sandy cannot do white on white. I love white on white cards, a little harder to put together, but stamping, not quite as easy. We're going to take a test. The first time you ink up, you definitely want to do a couple of testers. Oh, that is beautiful. Stamped absolutely perfect the first time. Sometimes you just have to make that commitment, you know, and just let go. It's a little over to the side. We have a solution for that. I see. Let's see. What could we do with that? How about we meant to do that? Yep. We meant to do that. I could cut the end off, but there's really tiny little stitching on it. All right, so let's get the card base and the goodies we need. This one's really pretty too. It kind of gradiates in color, or is that just my eyes? You know what I'm looking for. Oh, it's right beside me. Bone folder, keep it flat. Now with this, you can see how small this is. I think that's pretty just like that, but the frame actually goes around the top part, like so. So we kind of want to aim for that. And then we have this stripe piece, which in the instructions, just so you know, looks really, really, really red. This has got, it's more of a pinky red. And this, we need a medium-sized snowflake. What else? Oh, I know. Oh, this is really cute. We have ho, 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 but to make it stand out even better, look at that. It's got vellum that you put behind it. I just think, what the details in these just amaze me. Absolutely amaze me. So I'm just going to look at the instructions. So what they want me to do is flip the frame over. Now I have to eyeball for a second. Oh, you know what, Sandy? The frame is a rectangle, not a square. So go this direction. It'll make a whole lot more sense. Okay. So now you know that the glue dots are going to hold on. And I know that's really crooked. Okay. So I'm again using my glue dots. There's one right there. And down we go. You can see how the take your pick tool just makes life easy. What I do to make sure I didn't miss any is just put my fingers along the roll, and you know right away because you can feel the stickiness. One there. oops, one there, and one there. Alrighty. And then I'm going to line that up. I'm going to line that up. And they're glue dots, so if you happen to miss just a little bit, you can go again. Maybe I should do it this way. Should I? Maybe. It's going to catch some of the glue dots there, or a couple. Yep. Oh, that's way better doing it that way. I notice when I push those out, there's little tabby doos right there. You can remove that. Now, I kind of feel like I need another glue dot here. It doesn't show it in the instructions, but it'll probably lay flat, so I'm not too concerned. Let's just see if you could do this card this direction. You probably could, but I think this one should go this direction. Now, we're going to pop it up on dimensionals. You probably guessed that. All right, and every little piece gets used. Oh, it got quiet again. Maybe now they've gone for lunch. I'm happy if they go for lunch. We want to go out and take a picture of the tree and its roots in case the tree were to expire. We would have some documentation. We're not snarly about it. We just don't want our tree to, be damaged. Alrighty. But we're very happy about maybe getting sidewalks. Very, very happy. Alrighty. Let's put some glue dots on the back here. All right. I don't know if I'm going to have to squish them up just a little bit. Maybe. I think I might have to squish them. We never want to see the adhesive. That's like the man behind the curtain. You don't want to see the man behind the curtain. And that's a reference to The Wizard of Oz. So I would be inclined to cut these in half. So let's see. I know it's a strange thing to do, but you can do it. And put one there. And then I just have to retrieve the glue dot that is still stuck to my scissors that also need a good clean. Clearly they've had adhesive put on them by accident. Now this one's a little bunched up, so I'm not really liking it. So I'm going to just take that off. They're good and sticky. If you don't have glue dots in your stash, you really do need them. You. I thought I just felt a glue dot. There it is. Caught on my finger now. So I'm going to cut this in half, maybe on another. Uh-oh, I didn't get it that time quite as nice as the first. Cut, go. This little bit of attention to detail will make a difference on your card. So it may seem tedious, but it's worth the effort. I'm going to move that over. I don't like where that is. Come to Sandy. Oh, good and sticky. Good and sticky. Let's do that again, but we'll do it the right way. I think I'll hold it up this time. If I get the middle one, that should, it's paper, so, and it's curved, so it should be, you should be able to play with it a bit. There we go. Perfectamundo. And then that will go kind of like that. I think that is so pretty. I'm going to tuck this in. I think actually, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do it like that. So let's put that on first. The instructions don't get that specific because it's, hang on, I still have one here. It's little, but let's see what we can do with it. Groovy. Seems like a good spot. This, it seems to show that they're kind of like overlapping a bit. And I would like, they have them overlapping and going this way, but I kind of like it better up. So you have, you can do pretty much what you want with the cards. Let's see. I just want a little dimensional. You can see we do a lot of cutting and fitting, and it's not work. It does not work, so don't worry. There, just to fit over the end, because that's going to get about there. Just going to cover up the bottom of that frame, I think. Or do I want to slide it under? Oh, I can't slide it under because I've already got my snowflake on. Over it is. Okay, then we use a couple glue dots to hold it down. Now you notice I haven't used any liquid adhesive. That's because you don't need it for these. They have the adhesive you need. I just happen to be using my supplies. I love that everything's in the kit. And that you can reuse things. That's pretty. Santa Claus. Now there were the little pearls that were with this. These guys here. I think you can decide where you want those. I don't think that's something that needs to be decided right away. And I haven't decided. Alrighty. Up, down. Oh, maybe down. Down and over. Down and over. Right about. You know me, I don't want to center it. There. I'm looking at this red line, which, there. Simple card. It just takes, again, it takes me longer because I'm explaining everything. Alrighty, and the envelope, I will show you. And I have a whole bunch of supplies piled up. That's not the envelope. Sandy, that's not the envelope. Look at the little stars. So when somebody, oh, well, hang on. Look at the little stars inside. So you could cut this off and have this piece. The inside itself looks to be white. That's very pretty. That would make a nice card front. Things you can do. Alrighty, card number 3. Okay, I do have the pieces ready. And you have a choice because these come with some extra pieces. Let's get this. Now I have to show you the envelope first because check it out. How cool is that? That is that same stripe that you saw on the last card. And the whole thing is patterned. So we are going to have some fun with that. Okay, so I've already stamped one of the Santa heads, remember from the first card. So I don't need to stamp again. But again, you have choices. So I can use the, hang on, move those. That's not the shiny side. So I have 3 of those. I can use the O in Joy, or I can use the Santa head. And I'm going to flip over the instructions. So here we are here. We know we're popping it up because those are the shape of the dimensionals. So we'll start with that. Oh, you know what? I have not grabbed that sentiment. And that's going to go on the green. Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. So right here. And that's the one that says, "'Tis the season to be jolly." And I have to grab a block. One moment. I have a drawer full of blocks. Now, you notice when you set it down, it may not be straight. Again, leave it for a couple seconds. And I know some people do this. I don't. Put it on your table. I think this is kind of an important tip. Leave it on your table, and hopefully your blocks aren't as gross as mine. Pick it up with your block. We're going to do a test. So bring back my scrap paper and my Stampin' Pierce mat. If you don't have a Stampin' Pierce mat, I know I used to say use a magazine, but I haven't had a lot of luck with that. You can use a little heavier on that side, so I'm going to have to make sure that is perfect. Beautiful. Okay, now you may have noticed something that I always say don't do, that I did this. Rock and roll. Number 1, the stamp is, oh good, the stamp is photopolymer, so it doesn't have rubber, so you're not going to get a big halo. I did not get ink on my block, so I know that I can rock just a little bit, because if you don't, you might end up with, oh, perfect stamping. You might end up with perfect stamping. You might end up with something that's not quite perfect. Let's ink that up. Oop, let's grab that sentiment piece. That is skinny. That's a small aim for me. Okay. Yipes. I'm going to move it closer to myself. just so I can see. And you notice how I don't talk right when I get to the point of I'm going to ink. And that's because I have to concentrate for just a couple seconds. Whee! Not bad, Sandy, not bad. That is the extent of the stamping because I already did that other Santa head. There's that piece. So let's bring in the pieces again. Did I forget something on that last card? Oh my gosh. I forgot to put the ho-ho on. You're probably sitting there going, Sandy, stop, stop. Oh, she can't hear me. Yeah, I forgot to put the ho-ho-ho on. So I feel now that I would want all this down lower, but let's find out. I don't think you'll be able to see these. I do not like seeing dimensionals or adhesives behind things, but I think with the paper on top, we should be okay. Now, so in retrospect, I would probably have stamped that up a little higher, not the end of the world. I'm thinking about where it will go. I think kind of like that. Like that, but on a bit of an angle. Okay, I'm sorry. Card is now done. I just realized, why was that sitting there? Oh, Sandy, Sandy, Sandy. Look at the card front. There's like, these are tiny little lines, which make it look very, almost like whitewashed. There, that's down. We're going to put dimensionals on this, so bring those in again. And again, these don't take as long as it's taking me because you won't be chit-chatting through a camera. I would like to cut. Will this go here and not be seen? Oh, yeah. Okay, in that case. But I don't think I have enough for all four corners, do I? Oh, I do. I do, right there and there. Okay, so there and there. That's going to be placed right here. Did you notice the little bit of stitching on this? I mean, it's not real stitching. It's printed stitching, but that just gives it this really kind of homespun look. So with Paper Pumpkin, you need to subscribe by the 10th of each month, or get a subscription so it just arrives. You get a little present every month, which I think is cool. Alrighty, so this is just going to go right here. We're going to try and center it. We're probably going to try a little bit. I think the idea is not to see the red. Close enough. Beauty. Alrighty, we have this stripe, just like the last one, but it's longer. We have this, and this will sit on top, kind of like, how do I like it? Well, we'll try to stick to the instructions. So, glue dots. Unlike dimensionals, you have to do one glue dot at a time, whereas with dimensionals, you can put them on your fingers and just take them off your fingers so they're all handy-handy. Alrighty, so let's put that on there. And I'm going to stagger it. We're going to make, is it the same size? Oh, it is, but just a tiny bit off, okay? I'll just do that. This is not an alternative. And it'll go about there. I want to see where the letters and Santa go before, I'm going to cover up the bottom of that beard because I stamped, off just a little bit. There's the Y and there's the J. And everything's kind of off to this side because, there they are, because I have these three guys going on. Oops, this side. So I'm going to put per the instructions, per the picture, I should say, put the glue dot on there and put it on. Whoa, tried to get away. There we go. About there, maybe a little lower. And not off the edge of the paper because that will get smushed in the envelope. When you're pulling these off, be careful because you do not want to pull the paper. We're not trying to rip the paper. think, is that popped up? Let's look at the picture. Not popped up. Nope. I'm going to pop up Santa and the J and the Y though. Now, if you have a tape runner, the Stampin' Seal, that would speed up this process a bit. But you know what? I think it's kind of like when you're baking or eating, just savor it, you know? It's fun, it's relaxing. So relaxing. Oh, I've got two of these guys. They wanted one here and one kind of here. Kind of here. Kind of here. Kind of there. Ooh, I could put it kind of under the... Nope. Nope, at the bottom. And again, I could use the O if I chose to do so. All right, I'm going to put that right there. Might as well put this one on too while we're using the glue dots. Because next we're moving to dimensionals. There we go. And up there. I didn't line this one up directly because it's not a look that I like. Alrighty, so put the O away because we're going to use the Santa head. And did I cut that one? Cut. 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 Alright, we have lots. Santa's going to get the bigger piece. And I will put that on first so I can kind of decide where everybody else is going. This will help line this up, which is really cool. Oh, that is cute. So, so cute. Now, if you missed this kit, sorry, because again, you had to subscribe by the 10th, but you'll know for the next ones. And the next set are, I'm going to put these on here because I will run out of these. The next one is the coordinating tags to this, which if you don't have this, doesn't matter. You can still, I'm going to rip that in two. You can still subscribe and get some really cool tags. Again, we only get tiny little sneak peeks. It's a surprise. We don't know what's on the inside. So I'm as surprised as you when we get them. This also makes a fantastic gift for that person that they like crafts. Again, they don't have a lot of space. I'm going to cut this one in half. I know it's stuck down, but I can cut it in, or cut a piece off anyway. I just want a little bit of that for the curve of the J. It makes a really, really fun kit. Something for them to do, especially when they like sending cards or have grandchildren or like to travel, because you can travel with these kits too. They're so easy. There. Isn't that cute? Let's bring in those other cards. I did show you the envelope, yes. So cute. So, so, so cute. Easy peasy, done. And I would like you to know that if you don't have a demonstrator, I am most happy to help you on your creative journey. Links to shop, of course, are in the description. But if you have a demonstrator or you are a demonstrator, you can still give me a like and a thumbs up. And again, that helps. That helps. So please join me. It'll be later this week for part 2 of the Ho 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 kit. That is just so stinking cute. I don't know which one I like the best. What about you? Which one do you like the best? I like that they're so different. Like these two are similar in a way. This would be different if I used the O, but you know what I mean? They're just, you're not sending everybody the exact same card. So anyway, I will end it there. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful week. Come back for part 2. Bye-bye.